guys, this is Tanner from TanmanBaseballFan.com. I've been wanting to do a video series of my Jose Canseco baseball card collection. I've seen a lot of you folks out there on YouTube, for example, have done videos of your collection. I'm going to probably do mine a little more differently here. I just have too many cards to kind of go through in one video, so I'm going to show you a little bit of what I have. Let me see if I can get this video thing to work in here. Forgive me, this is one of the first times I've done this. So this is the first box right here. So it's a 3-row box. There's all my cards. Every single card is different. There's top loaders and one-touch magnetic holders, and that's actually one of 8 boxes that you can see over here. So every box there is filled to the brim with cards that are in top loaders and one-touch magnetic holders, and they're all different. So I would love to be able to thumb through all of them and show you all what I have. So probably what I'm going to do instead is actually go through my website, because a couple months ago I finished up scanning every single item in my collection here and put it into a searchable database. I'll show you what I mean here. I'll do a search for let's say Donruss. And so out of the 4,109 items, just the Donruss items will come up. So it says that I have 260 Donruss items. And so I don't want to just show my collection. A lot of what I would like to use this for also is almost like a history class, almost cardboard 101, if you will. I know there's a lot of folks that are interested in the history of baseball cards. I know I am, and so whatever I've learned, I'd be more than happy to kind of share with you all as we go through these cards. So as I said before, this is probably going to be a several video series. There's not just going to be one or two, because there's just too many to go through, and I do want to take my time on this. So we're going to start out with Bowman, because if you look in the box I have here, you'll see, and this is kind of how all my collection is. It starts off with Bowman, and then as you keep going through, see there's Collector's Choice, then go through further, there's Donruss, and more Donruss, then Flair, then Fleer, and it's alphabetical order as far as brand goes, and then by year. So anyway, so we will go ahead and do this off of my website, so that way you don't just see like a 15-minute long video of my hands and flipping through cards. So let me go ahead and type in Bowman, and so as you see in my collection, I currently have 70 Bowman cards. This goes from 1989 all the way down to the 2015 Topps Archives Bowman cards. So, and also if you click on them, you see a bigger version of them, so that's kind of cool. Anyhow, so we're going to go ahead and start at the top, but before we do, I'm going to talk a little bit about Bowman. So Bowman started making baseball cards back in 1948, and from 48 to 51, for the most part, they were the only game in town. Topps came out and started making cards. They did some redbacks and bluebacks in 1951, but the first standard issue Topps was done in 1952, and that's one of the main reasons why the Mickey Mantle is so popular. The 52 Topps Mickey Mantle. That's not even his rookie, really. His rookie is 1951 Bowman. But anyhow, so back to Bowman. 1948 to 1952, all of the cards were a lot smaller than what you and I would consider to be a standard card size, which is 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And in 1953, they went to a bigger size card. And so it was larger than the 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Topps did the same thing until, let's see, I believe until about 1957, if I remember correctly. Bowman actually stopped making cards in 1955. I believe Topps had bought Bowman back then. So from 48 to 55, Bowman had a good run, and then let's see, 58, 68, 78, 88. So 41 years later, Topps decided to bring back Bowman again. So here is what the first Bowman set look like in over 4 years. It was okay. It had the little fake autograph down here, as you can see. The thing that bugged the heck out of me and a lot of my collecting friends is how tall these are, and you've probably read this in some of my articles, how the disdain I have for 1989 Bowman, which, you know, I'm okay with it now, I guess. But back then, whenever we were growing up, we didn't have these top loaders to make everything all normalized in terms of size. We had cardboard boxes, and we had 9-pocket pages that would fit the standard sized cards, not the oversized Bowman. So they would just drive us nuts. So what you'll see is in my database, I have 2 separate ones, and you see a little bit of a variance. One is a regular version, and one's a Tiffany version. Now, the regular version, they probably made about 1 or 2 million of them. I mean, there's just a tremendous amount of each card made from that set. The Tiffany version was significantly more limited, and I believe they only printed about 6,000 copies. Now, the difference between the two, and I'll show on screen here, is here's the regular and here's the Tiffany, is if you take them out of the top loaders, you'll see that the Tiffany has a glossy version, just like the Topps Tiffany sets. But on the back, the easier tell is look how much cleaner the Tiffany version looks. So that's a big difference there. It almost looks like the Topps traded sets backs, if you wanted to look at it that way. So anyhow, that's the big difference there. And also, I believe Bowman Tiffany, I think you could only get those in complete set form. So that made it even more difficult for us player collectors to get our guy, since you couldn't pull them in packs or boxes or anything. You had to get the whole dang complete set. And when you did that, I mean, who's going to bust open a set for just one card? So that's one of the issues that we had also. But anyway, so Bowman wised up, and in 1990, they ended up going with a standard sized card, so 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches. All of us collectors can breathe a sigh of relief, and we could let Bowman back into our hearts again and collect as usual. And they also did the same thing with the Tiffany's here as well. So there's 1990 Bowman, 1990 Tiffany, probably the same production numbers on both sides as well. For my collection, I also have this as well. It's not just a Donald Harris card. It's actually a Canseco back card, but it's got Donald Harris on the front. And I love these different types of variations. Whenever Topps would mess up and they're not supposed to make it to the market, I love those kinds of cards. So we're going to go scroll down a little more. We're going to go to 1991 Bowman. 91 Bowman, they didn't have any Tiffany sets for 91 Bowman. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because they were too expensive back then and they thought it was out of the reach of the general population's market in terms of what they have in their wallet. I really don't know. But they did have 2 regular versions of the cards. I believe this is the Silver Slugger version. There's gold stamping of 2 crossed bats in the upper left-hand corner. And that kind of ends the whole baseline of Bowman because 1992 kind of marked a totally different animal. Very clean design. I would say this is more of a timeless design than the previous ones. The other ones just kind of looked a little bit ugly, I guess you could say. The differences mainly on the 92 Bowmans are, number one, they're all glossy on the fronts and the backs. Number 2, the backs had a picture of the player as well. And number 3, they were printed, the main set version was printed in significantly lower quantities. These cards in the packs were sold, I believe, between $5 and $10 per pack back in the early 90s, and that was way out of the budget of me and my friends. I mean, that was crazy money to us back then. So they're beautiful cards, and if you ever do have any interest in looking at this set, let me see if I can go to Google and run up some pictures of 1992 Bowman here of the rookies, because these guys that dressed are hilarious. I mean, look at Mariano Rivera. and Chipper Jones. Yes. Oh man, I love these pictures. Man Ramirez even. So this is hilarious to see that this is in a landmark baseball card set, and just look what they dress like in their pictures of their first baseball card. For many of these guys, I mean, some of them they already had them. For me, if I were one of these guys, I would rather do what Trevor Hoffman did or Piazza or Delgado. Anyways, but this is if you're ever in a bad mood, you just want to get in a good mood. Look at 92 Bowman rookies. They're great. That's it's perfect. What is he leaning on? Like a treasure chest of some sort? Who knows what's in there? Uh, anyway, so going back to Bowman here in my collection, you skip over. There's 93 Bowman. And 93 Bowman is more of the same. I don't think they had any of the strange pictures for the rookies back then, but Derek Jeter was in that set, though. I know that's probably the biggest one in there. But anyhow, so this is Canseco's first Ranger Bowman card, and same thing, glossy on the front and back, and there's a nice color picture on the back as well. Going forward in 94, they changed things up a bit again, where they did a full bleed photo with some gold foil. Very nice looking card. And the difference between these two is, show you here. See those? They look the same on the front, right? Well, if you look on the back, this right here says Superstar Sampler. I don't know if you can see that or not. So if I recall correctly, what Topps had done was they went ahead and put this card along with a few others. Let me run a search here for sampler. In a little cellophane wrapping. So they did the 94 Bowman and the 94 Finest and the 94 Stadium Club. They put all of these in a little cellophane pack, and they called them Superstar Samplers. And I believe they inserted them in 1993 Topps factory sets or something like that, just so people can see what the newer cards would look like. Or maybe they were only sent to dealers. I don't really recall, but they're very rare compared to the regular cards, so they're much more desirable. So going forward, we've got 1994 Bowman's Best. This is the first year of Bowman's Best. Topps found out that that their other high-end product, 1993 Topps Finest, did really well. So this is kind of a continuation of that for their Bowman line. So they did not only the 1994 Bowman's Best, but they also did 1994 Bowman's Best refractors. Now, the refractors hit the market the first time in 1993 Finest, and they're very desirable. I think the print run on those was, it escapes me. It's somewhere in the 250 or something per card, and those were just, I believe they fell about one per box, and everybody loved those cards. They're gorgeous cards, and same goes with the 94 Bowman's Best. Same kind of deal there. So not as big of a following on 94 Bowman's Best as there is 93 Finest, because it's not first of anything necessarily other than the Bowman's Best line, but still very, very beautiful cards. Here's a 1995 Bowman, and I don't really have much to say about this. I find it kind of strange. It's typical 90s type of design, I guess, where the designers decided to take the regular picture here, squish it, flip it, and put a green filter on it and throw it on the left. I don't know why. It's a piece of collecting history. So I guess I'm okay with that. That's probably what I would have come up with back in the 90s. Also, I guess if I were one of their designers. So 95 Bowman's Best looks completely different from the previous year. They brought back the refractor as well. My collection also has this here. It looks the same, but let me show you kind of the difference if I can get to it real quick here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here are the two cards, the 295 Bowman's Best refractors. See here is, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or not, but this says refractor right here. This version, it doesn't say refractor there. This is significantly rarer than the others. than this version here, which is why it's in the One Touch. So yeah, I love those little variations, and I just found out about that probably about a year ago or so, and anyways, very glad that I was able to pick it up. So continuing on, there's 96 Bowman. Nothing really to say about this set other than they finally got into parallels, so they did a foil version as well. It's kind of a crummy look of the picture. The foil didn't turn out too well on my scanner, but 97 Bowman's Best, they did a little bit of a different thing here, because not only do they have the regular card and the refractor, well, that's the atomic refractor, but here's the regular refractor, but they also had an atomic refractor, and this is what you could probably consider the grandfather to the superfractor. It's a beautiful prismed kind of background, and let me see if I can find that for y'all as well. Yeah, here we go. See the prisms there. It's really a nice card. Gorgeous. So we're going to go forward with scroll down a bit, and here's 97 Bowman. I personally don't really like this design all that much. I think it's very plain and just drab, but the thing that saves them is 97 Bowman Chrome, and this is, mine isn't off cut, that's just how it's scanned, but you know, it's because they have several versions of this, and I'll go through them. So there's 97 Bowman Chrome, Chrome International, where the Cuba flag is in the background, Chrome International Refractor. I have an oversized proof of the same card, this refractor, which is kind of neat because this came from most likely a sheet that was never cut up. So I love those kinds of cards for my collection. Then you have the regular Chrome refractor, and then you have the International regular. So it looks like, I believe there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 variations of that same card, and yeah, I think that's kind of neat. 97 Bowman's Best. I like the design. I think it's cool. I like the refractor as well. The atomic refractor, this is really kind of neat also, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of show the effect of what it does on screen here as well. So take a look at this. Completely different from what the 96 Bowman's Best atomic refractor looks like. So let's see if I can find that atomic. So here's the difference side by side. 2 different atomic refractors, 2 different background pattern effects there. So it's really kind of neat. So what I also have here is, this is the original slide that Topps used to make the 1997 Bowman's Best card. So this is the front, and then this is the back picture that they used, and these are both 1 of 1s, and I really enjoy having these pieces in my collection that no one else out there has. I love having the pieces that Topps might have used to make these cards, so it's probably a couple of my favorites in the entire run of Bowman that I have. Going forward, there's the 1998 Bowman. I believe there's 7 or 8 variations of this. So you have Bowman, you have the Chrome, Chrome International, Chrome International Refractor, Chrome Refractor Regular, the gold version. This is numbered to 50. You see his signature there is in gold. Bowman International Regular, and this is a Topps Vault. It's a mask proof, so this was used as well to make the card. Again, it's 1 of 1. I think there are probably some other colors that they have as well out there, but it's like it's a clear slide, is what it looks like. So I think of this as a printing plate almost, because the printing plate has 4 different colors. I have color keys as well for other cards in my collection, and they generally come in 4s with 4 different colors. Well, this is, you know, probably going to be considered the black one. So that's kind of a neat thing. And then we have 99 Bowman. As you see here, there's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 versions here. We'll quickly go through these here. Is that the last one? That's the last one. Okay. Then we have 99 Bowman Early Risers. That's the insert. And then 99 Bowman's Best. Then the Atomic Refractor numbered to 100. And the regular refractor numbered to 400. And then we have 2000 Bowman. Oh, I guess those others, let's see. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so this is the first 2000 Bowman card. Then you have the chrome, refractor, then the gold, number to 99. Then you have, I believe that's considered the early indications card insert. Then you have the 2000 Bowman Chrome Retro Future, and then the 2000 Bowman Regular Retro Future. And this is the last year of Bowman's Best, which I think they're actually coming out with Bowman's Best again this year, if I remember correctly. So it's been they put this on a 16-year hiatus, and this last year of Bowman's Best was really a beautiful card. All of them had a refractor finish. There was no non-refractor finish cards out there for it. Bowman's Best Selections. It's a die cut insert. It's got a refractor finish as well. And this is kind of a neat little different type of card from Bowman's Best. It's called Franchise 2000, I think. And the thing that I enjoy about this is that I've also got the slides for this. So that's what the back picture looks like. And then this is what the front one looks like. So you see the similarities there. That's because that's the same picture. So they use those to make this card. And here's Bowman Heritage. This is his only appearance in Bowman Heritage. It's 2001. It's a short print. And that's it for Bowman, aside from going all the way to 2015 Topps Archive Signature Series. So here's the 90 Bowman. It's autographed. You can't really see it because of the scan, but it is autographed, and it's numbered to 7. Here's the 91 Bowman. This is autographed also, and it's serial numbered to 3. So there's only 2 others out there. And last but not least, this is the 91 Bowman Silver Slugger, numbered to 17, that's autographed. And so that's all of my Bowman cards. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to try to do this for all of the cards that I have in my collection. But before I wrap this up, I want to show you also the wanted cards I have. So if you have these for Bowman, please let me know. And this is again on CansecoCollector.com. And you can also get to it by going to tanmanbaseballfan.com. So the 5 Bowman items I need are: number 1, a 1989 Bowman rack pack with Canseco on the front. I'm not even sure if that exists. 1998 Bowman Chrome Golden Anniversary, numbered to 50. 1998 Bowman Chrome Golden Anniversary Refractor, numbered to 5. 1999 Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor, numbered to 25. And last but not least, the 2000 Bowman Chrome Retro Future Refractor. If you all have any of those, please let me know. I would love to add those to my collection. And that wraps it up here. This is the first video of hopefully several that I do. I think we're coming in about 24 minutes if you're still with me. So thank you for watching, and keep your eyes peeled on my channel. I'll have more in the future.